Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls Prepare to Die Edition. I'm Jinza013, and when we last left our intrepid mage Valtier, he escaped the northern undead asylum and slayed a demon. The silent demon who guarded the asylum to prevent the undead from escaping. And we met our friend here who ever so helpfully enlightened us that there are actually 2 Bells of Awakening. So I'm going to actually level up a bit, mostly because we're going to be needing it. Okay, let's see, so 16 is what I need for that, and I'm going to just dump a lot of myself into my intelligence, which is going to raise the power of my magic, as well as later on will allow me to indulge to use more sorceries later on. So we're going to just let me just change this out real quick so I can block and cast sorceries. Yeah, this will work better. So yeah, this is generally what we're going to be doing. Or what we're going to be doing is ow, it's rude. Take that. What we're going to be doing is we're just going to be heading up here to go towards the parish, where, as the crestfallen mentioned, there's a Bell of Awakening above. So we're going to follow his directions, because he seems like a nice guy, right? And our sorceries, as you can tell, is doing quite a lot of damage. So far, nothing can really kill us. Ordinarily, I would say ordinarily, it's kind of a bad habit to squander your magic and, keep it in reserve because you don't know when you'll need it, but just for this first part, we're just going to go, seeing as our only other weapon of choice is a dagger, I say why not and just kill all of everything. Actually, even over here is a soul. Soul of a lost and dead. So we have just a little extra item that can give us a little bit of extra souls, and if we need it, which is sometimes helpful. You never know when you need them. And so, with that in mind, I'm surprised they didn't tell us where we're at. We are in the Undead Burg. Lovely city, isn't it? Kind of in a castle, all castle-like. Sort of, kind of a crap hole, honestly. And I failed that jump. Strange. I always fail that jump. I am not a jumping master. There you go. Reverse psychology works so much when you tell yourself you're not good at anything. But over here is some humanity. Some more humanity, basically, which is good. Humanity's nice to have on you. You never know when you need it. If you want to be human form, if you want to be in your human form. We're just gonna continue killing these guys because why? They're not really nice. Why not? Let's go down there because we can get a few more items, which is mostly just some souls. But who says no to souls? I know I wouldn't. And more hollows, zombified people who lost their humanity and went insane. Kind of tragic, actually, when you think about it. Although, I don't have sympathy for these guys because they're kind of jerks. And as you can see over there, we have some more waiting for us in ambush. So I'm going to see if I can, snipe them, basically, from here. With my soul arrows. Oh wow, that actually worked. So they don't actually be a nuisance. And a good way to snipe is pretty much aim them in the middle. Make sure you aim them in the dead center of your reticle. So I'm slightly off, so that should work. Really? I drew the... Alright. There we go. As you see, we have some more people. To which... Nah. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna snipe them all. It's just these two I just do because, well, they deserve it. Then over here is some rubbish, to which the flavor text they have for that is actually pretty hilarious. And I'd be doing a disservice to you guys if I didn't tell you what it was, which is pretty worth it. Has no value. Who in their right mind would bother carrying this around? Perhaps you need help. Basically, I did not mean to pull that soul, but okay. Basically, I always saw that as kind of like the developers kind of in a way just kind of pulling just joking around, like kind of just making fun of RPGs in a way, because you know the generic RPG here. All we do is we take things that do not really belong to us. We just kind of go and take everything, like, in sight for no reason other than our compulsion. So they left just literal crap for us that has no value whatsoever for us to grab. I think I believe it is somewhere. I believe there is one other place you can get the rubbish, and even then, I personally think it's slightly out of place, but whatever. And yeah, there's a dragon. I completely forgot about him. Yeah, we'll be meeting him later. He's kind of an angry chap. The horrors of casting sorcery. So horrors of casting sorcery when I can actually like kill things in one shot. That guy with the crossbow is kind of a jerk, so we're just going to go under here and ignore him because, well, he deserves it. And get a wooden shield, which is, as you can tell, much better than what we have. This is actually not a bad shield to start with. Vertical elongated wooden shield decorated with a white dragon. Wood shields are lighter than most shields, but with a lower damage reduction, and reduced shield stability. But compared to our bunker, this is actually much better than what we will ever think, than what we could have ever dreamed of. Valtier is getting some nice things. Let's see. Yeah, let's go down here. We'll go down here and visit and get past these guys. Giant hollow soldiers with shields, who are complete and total jerks! But apparently they're made easier with the dagger because, well, daggers can actually move fast, as you can know. I never knew how easy that was. That's hilarious. Oh well. So, down here... Ooh, wait. Whoa. Whoa. What was Simon sign doing down there? That sign you saw, that was another player basically trying to engage in co-op. Honestly, I guess he either was summoned or he... No, he's still there. Huh.
Well now, you seem to have
your
wits
this guy
about
who's a merchant.
you. Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
As you can tell, he's slightly out of his mind, but who isn't in Lordron? I'm going to be getting the residence key because we sort of need that, and I want to get something that's better than my dagger. So I think, for all intents and purposes, we can get it. We can pretty much get a. I don't actually know what I want to get. That's just the greatest thing ever. I believe intents and purposes of what I want to do. For now, at least, I'm just gonna get a scimitar for now.
Thank you,
which I don't even think I can actually wield. Which is probably the sad. Alright. 13 agility. Or dexterity, which I don't have. Ah! Oh well. I still need to rest at a bonfire because we have no more soul arrows. Which, luckily, when we killed this guy, which I didn't reveal, there's a bonfire right there. So, answers to my prayers are very answered instantly, which is always nice. And as you can tell, we have 4 attunement slots, which is, never good. That's never bad. It's never too bad. It doesn't hurt to have that. And now let's just go very sneakily, not to kill him, but to kill the man with the crossbow, because that guy's a jerk, honestly. And when I say kill him silently, I mean just, stab the crap out of him. Stab the crap out of him like a psychopath. I am so proud of myself. I am so bad at the backstab today. What is wrong with me? There we go. Backstab the wrong person. Yeah. Nothing could go any more wrong for me. Yep. It's gonna be one of these runs today. Yeah. Alright, so let's just go pay a visit to this. Whoa! Hi. Hi there. You are just not agreeing with me today, so why don't you just try that again? Ow. Okay. Okay! You made your point. I should not try to parry you. Or should I? There we go. This is a parry and riposte, to which, well, it kills things. Even my tiny little dagger can kill someone like that. I'm gonna try to save some more of my soul arrows because, well, not for these guys. Especially that guy right there, because he's gonna throw firebombs like just an utter massive jerk. And we don't like jerks where we come from. Not whatsoever. And Valtier agrees. Valtier. I don't know how to actually pronounce my own character's name. Tragic, isn't it? Alright. And you're just going to die? Trying to think what I want to do right now because there's a few options. There's a few options for us, I believe, due to the fact that we took the black. We have the Master's Key, we have the Residence Key, so there's a couple of options. There's a few options ahead of us. Ow. Okay, that hurts, and of course he's good. What? What on earth? What are you doing over here? When in doubt, cast sorceries. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so that's happened a few times in which I have that one firebomb guy come from down there to just to attack me from behind. So I don't know why. In fact, these guys over here have just forgotten about me, so I'm just gonna let them go because I don't want to deal with them. They're not invited. They are not invited at all. So we're going to go in here, which we had open from the Residence Key, to get to this chest, which you would have seen if you were climbing up here. And you can actually see there's a trap waiting for us ahead with that soldier in that barrel. And down there is a very terrible knight who I am not confident in fighting right now. We may try going after him later, so I'm gonna try to run fast. Oh, I was so off my timing there. Ow. Yeah, but there's a way basically that if you just run up the side of that side of the stairway that you saw me run, you can pretty much leap over that barrel and not be hit at all, and just show up behind this guy. Only for a backstab. That door there has a sort of an interesting mini boss down below. He has an interesting character. I'm too squishy at the moment, and I think my sorceries would only tickle him. And let's just go kill this crystal lizard who was hiding in this barrel. Generally, if you see a crystal lizard, I would suggest for your first time at least, try to kill them because they drop twinkling titanite and other chunks of titanite and occasionally large titanite shards, which is always nice, which are all good. All things are good because you can actually use them to upgrade your armor and weapons occasionally for what they need. And as you can tell with this fog gate, it's pretty much closed over and we can't go through. So, and I'll just let you know, this is always a common theme match, so there is a boss. I would try to fight him up here, but I'm going to do the actual attack that everyone does. I'm going to climb up here and kill these crossbow guys, because, well, crossbow people are just jerks. Okay, so we have 15 spear. We have 15 soul arrows for this. Do I have the gold mine resin? We do actually. So yeah, that's okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to apply this real quick. Apply. So my little dagger can maybe do a bit more damage, and there he comes. So I'm just gonna run back to that ladder now. This is the Taurus demon. If we had talked to the merchant a bit more, he would have mentioned that things in the Burg have been kind of a bit crazy. Lately, at least. That up here, there's a Humongous Drake and a bull demon. To which, well, here's the bull demon, and we saw the Drake earlier. All actuality, Taurus demon isn't that hard. A lot of his moves are very telegraphed. Can be easily telegraphed. And if you have sorcery like me, you can just keep backing up away from him. Ow! We'll go where that can happen. Ow, Jesus. That's so mean of you, Taurus demon. Oh. Yeah, just yell, roar some more. But generally, you can actually just get under him or just walk through his feet, basically. And it's not really that big of a challenge. Keep coming. Thank you, come again. Ah! I'm going to be brave. Dagger! Away! Kill you with a dagger. I killed you with a knife. You died by a knife. That's actually kind of sad when you think about it. A giant bull just getting killed by a knife. You only use a bunch of sorcery, but the killing blow was the knife, and that's what counts more. Oh yes, oh yeah, and just again, this is the game's way of giving you a bit of foreshadowing. We have a bridge, which we can already see some hollows, and what looks to be scorch marks. I'm sure a lot of you know what's going on. Well, those of you who have played Dark Souls, you already know what's up ahead. Those of you who don't know, or if those who have just picked up the game for reasons which I actually congratulate you and say good job. Wait, really? I can't open the store? Oh no, I don't actually have the key to that. Never mind. We're going to just run away now because that dragon we met before. Yeah, there he is. He's the reason of those scorch marks. And he's going to be just waiting up there. So we're not going to deal with him because instead we're going to talk to this lovely individual. I'm going to let him speak.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
So yes, this is Knight Soler of Astora. Or as everyone else and myself included call him, this is Sunbro. He's a warrior of the sun. He is the warrior of the sun, a man who calls himself an adherent of Lord Gwyn and is looking for his very own son.
Oh, aha! So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
And I will actually take his proposition because it's very nice. And to let him know, there is a son right there if you want it so badly. But I suppose he wants one he can actually hold in his own hands, which I can understand then because that son you can't really touch.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yeah, let's help each other. Why not?
It pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
Yay, the Wipestone Stone, which is something I may try using.
Strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.